Hi, I'm Paul Jackson, President of Centurion Advisors Corp. Located in Sugar Land, Texas. This is a short introduction video outlining the various portfolios we offer within our individual equity platform. First, a few words about the risk tolerance of our stock portfolios. Since each of these portfolios carries a mandate to be over 90% invested in equities at all times, the portfolios are considered to be aggressive growth. The main objective is growth of capital in our GARP portfolios, without taking dividends into consideration when selecting stocks. And the objective for our equity income portfolio is a combination of growth of capital along with income from dividends. Therefore, any individual or organization investing solely in these portfolios must have a time horizon of at least 10 years. These portfolios are at the highest level of our risk spectrum and intended to only be a part of an overall asset allocation strategy. Of course, all investment strategies have the potential for profit or loss. We have three portfolios in our GARP portfolio offerings. A high level of what GARP, or growth at a reasonable price, means to us is that the stocks we select contain characteristics of both growth and value. Growth coming in the form of higher revenues, income, and cash flows, and value coming in the form of the stock trading at levels at least 25% below our fair value estimates. These characteristics are shown in what is called the PEG ratio, which is the current PE ratio divided by our estimate of the sustainable growth rate. So, if a company's stock has a PEG below 0.80, it is a buy candidate. If we are holding a stock whose PEG has grown to 1.1 or 1.2 or above, then we consider selling the stock. Given these criteria, a stock with a PEG of 1.0 is fairly valued according to our analysis. The sustainable growth rate is computed primarily as a function of return on equity and the company's dividend payout ratio. Additional factors used in selecting GARP portfolio candidates include but are not limited to market capitalization and geographic home base to determine which portfolio is most appropriate for each stock, average volume levels to ensure liquidity, attractive growth rates in revenues, EPS, and free cash flows, positive and strong free cash flows, which can signal the ability for firms to acquire other companies or become acquiring targets, ability to spend free cash on research and development, and increases in share buybacks and increases in dividends. Our three GARP portfolios are, number one, the Legacy GARP portfolio, which is our flagship portfolio and has been in existence for over 15 years. This is a world stock-based portfolio able to invest in large-cap domestic U.S. stocks and also large-cap foreign developed country and emerging market stocks. The second portfolio is the large-cap GARP portfolio. This portfolio is the same as the Legacy portfolio, except all stocks in the portfolio represent U.S.-based companies. Lastly, we have the small-cap GARP portfolio, where the GARP methodology is used to select smaller U.S.-based company stocks where market capitalizations are $4 billion or less. Lastly, we have our equity income portfolio. This portfolio holds only large-cap stocks that meet a strict set of standards that are skewed towards dividend growth. The two main criteria we use to select candidates are that the stock's current yield is in the fourth quintile of all large-cap dividend-paying stocks, so that would be between 60% and 80% of the stocks ranked by dividend yield. Then we overlay a filter to sift out those stocks that have strong and sustainable short-term and long-term annual dividend growths. When we have several candidates to add to the equity income portfolio, we then overlay some of the GARP selection criteria to single out what we see as the best opportunities. In summary, all of our equity portfolio strategies use 100% fundamental analysis. In other words, we do not use charts to forecast the direction of any individual stock's price. By using only fundamental analysis, we like to say that we are panning out the fool's gold by taking the emotions of owning individual stocks out of the equation. We stick to the disciplines outlined in this presentation and keep the strategies pure to ensure each of them fit nicely into the asset allocation they are intended to be in. This allows us to look at the market not from a fear and greed perspective, but rather that we are taking advantage of certain situations when the general stock market moves in one direction or another. If you would like to learn more about our individual stock portfolios and how we implement the disciplined strategies to actively manage them over time, Please contact me, Paul Jackson, for more information at either 281-207-5485 or at paul@centurionadvisors.net. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to meeting with you in the future.